On today's episode of Leaked, we have brand new information of Star Wars pops on the way, some high-res images from the Droids, as well as the Wave 3 of the Vintage Collection. Are we getting a Wave 5? A new segment I'm going to include into this video, as well as a Lego set you might not have seen coming up. Welcome everybody to Usualmike Television Toy Showcase channel, and this is my leaked video. I say that because you guys who watch it enjoy it, and I am very happy you do. Had a good week. This video is up a little bit late, but we have some very cool information to tell you guys all about stuff that's coming up. This just dropped literally 2 hours ago. Found this on Instagram from Chubby Pop Chaser. There is a listing of all the new Star Wars pops on the way. And the list reads as follows. There's no images of these pops, just a listing of them. They read as follows. The Pop Movie Moments Han Solo in Carbonite. The Pop Darth Vader Light FX. The Rock Candy Princess Leia Specialty Series. And a vinyl pack Darth Maul and Obi-Wan. Now, the movie moments are usually quite large. They're normally in Australia retail for about $50. Han in Carbonite will be there. That will look awesome. It'll be very expensive because they're probably going to oversize it. Maybe they'll do the whole little tray. Not sure what it's going to look like. As soon as I find an image, it goes up here on this channel. The Light Effects one. They did an Iron Man that lights up with his little gauntlet thing in his hand. This might be Vader with his lightsaber all lit up. Hopefully very similar to that scene at the end of Rogue One where he's in the corridor there. That would be excellent, that kind of look of Vader. Rock Candy. If you've never seen a Rock Candy, I brought one just to show you. This is Funko make these as well. This happens to be Rapunzel. This will be a Princess Leia version. A Specialty Series logo will be on the packet like this. That's what you're looking for. I don't collect those. That's wifey's. You get the picture. And the last one is the vinyl pack. I don't collect vinyls. I don't think I own any vinyls. I can't even show you. But you've probably seen them before. They come in a 2-pack. During conventions, they're quite limited. And this one being the Obi-Wan and the Darth Maul. Excellent. Moving right along. High-res images of the droids from the Disney parks. They're available in Disney stores and Disney stores online. There's the Gonk droid, the R5D4, the R2D2, and the TC14. These are from Instagram user StarWarsCollector.de. He's put these images up. I'm really impressed with the detail on these. As I've said before, no Disney stores in Australia. Won't be able to get them, but it's very nice to see them. It's wonderful to see them. Also, from the same Instagrammer, StarWarsCollector.de, they have put up Wave 3 vintage carded stuff in the high-res photos, the press release photos. So check these out. Looking pretty good. As you know, in the set, the Range Trooper, Dr. Aphra, Cassian Andor, and Luke Skywalker. And the Luke Skywalker has a cloth hoodie, and they've got his little metal hand and decided to hold the cloak on. The only disappointing thing about these is they all have that little piece of paper in the bottom of it that they all stand on in the card. Some countries don't have it, they don't need it. It's like, print that stuff on the back of the card back. You know, you don't want it in the bubble. If you don't take it out of the packet, you don't want that piece of paper in there. But it's alright. Excellent to see them. Talking about waves. Waves of Solo Wave 5. Now behind me, if we can turn around briefly, there we go. That's Wave 4 behind me, right? There's no word on there going to be a Wave 5, but for all intensive purposes, we're going to speculate if there was a Wave 5. I've come up with 7 figures that I think should be part of Wave 5, single carded release. Some of these may have already been released, you know about them, but to have them on a single card would be lit. The first one I'll put up there would be Lando. Young Lando. He came in the 2-pack early on with the Kessel Guard. To have him single carded, that would be lovely. I would like to see that figure. Enfys Nest. You had to buy over the back here. Wait one sec. This vehicle to get the Enfys Nest figure. I want that on a single card. That would be excellent. A couple of figures that Yakface has put on as unassigned on his webpage. Unassigned means they're possibly potentially coming out. They have numbers relegated to them, the UPC numbers. One is Dryden Vos. We've talked about him lots and lots. We need him as an action figure. He's coming out in the 6-inch, but we need him in 3.75-inch. That would be lit because he's the bad guy. It's Paul Bettany. It's fantastic. The other one will be the Imperial Patrol Trooper. It has a number assigned to it. It is available in the big 6-pack Trooper pack that's coming out. I'll put a picture of that there. But would like to see the Imperial Patrol Trooper single carded. That would be great. Another one would be Qi'ra from the Vandor pack. Take her out of the Vandor. You can still sell the Vandor pack, but single carded that Qi'ra much better than that first one, which was a little bit cringe. I like it because it's Qi'ra, but I don't know. The newer one in the Vandor pack is much more pleasing on the eye than the original one that doesn't really look too much like Emilia Clarke. Also, Weasel is in the Vandor pack. To have him single carded, that's another one that would be fantastic to have in the Wave 5. And finally, Darth Maul with his new legs from Solo. He's in Solo. Oh, spoilers for those who haven't seen it. Darth Maul in the proper way he is with the metal leg. That would be great. Make him in that. We have him in a 2-pack with Qui-Gon Jinn, but that is based on Phantom Menace stuff. So to have this now as a brand new sculpt, new figure, maybe just sculpt the legs, keep the same, roughly the same at the top, but like to see that. There's 7 characters for Hasbro to decide to make Wave 5. As far as we are aware, the next figures released will be Resistance figures, and I have shown a few of them before. Let's throw them up there on the screen. Couple nice new images, a lot of the pictures of them with the helmet on, helmet off, and whatnot. They look nice and bright and colourful. They have their own line. They're not Forcelink figures, but we haven't got an image of the card backs yet. I'm hoping they turn up soon, but this is the next wave of stuff we're going to enjoy. This guy, I've seen a few episodes. It's not too bad. It is what it is. It's a kid's show, more or less. If you enjoy that kind of wacky comedy, that's for you. I had no problems with it at all. I was quite happy to sit there watching it with my kids. You may be different and just decide to wait for The Mandalorian, because that will probably be a bit more grittier and more real to the Star Wars universe that you like. And we know they're making some toys, but we don't know what they are yet. They're making something. Lego, the Lego stuff. Well, we found an image. This comes from Instagrammer Boba1980, Boba_1980. This image is of the Battle of Crate. Huge looking set. This looks fantastic. All very crammed in there. It's got lots of the pieces on the ground as like white pieces of salt over the top of the red. Very interesting. Very cramped and great big wall on it. Lots of ships and cannons and all sorts of stuff. Great looking thing. Don't even know when this is coming out, but this was shown at the Germany Comic-Con recently. It looks lit. If you're a Lego collector, this is something you'd want to keep an eye out for. I have no information on price or release date yet. It's probably one of those really early leaked photos that shouldn't be out there. Oh yes, time for our new segment. Our new segment is called, what am I calling it? Finds. Finds. Everyone who I chat to on the comment section or within the social medias that I use, such as Instagram, the following people get a shout out. First, we're going to start off with Carlos, who found the Ahsoka on the pegs. Lovely. Old school one. I think that is Ahsoka's first action figure. Nice. Followed by, this one, Hayden's Collection. Hayden sent me an image of Moloch. And I'll get Moloch out. 1 second. He sent me an image of Moloch, because on the back, as you can see, we're moving really nice and close. Let's get focus on that. Focus. Now, as you can see, Moloch, right here, has a tail. Moloch has a tail. If you've seen any reviews on this guy out of the packet, there's no tail. It's just a stump. It's just a blob. So, originally there was a tail. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Hayden. Excellent stuff. You get a shout out, and the rest of the Star Wars universe know what's up with the tail. One of their mysteries. Maybe the very early versions had tails and they fell off and they decided, hey, we'll just produce them with that tail. If you've got one with a tail, leave it down in the comments down below. I've looked in here. It's quite hard to look into the back. This is the only one I got. I don't want to take it out of the packet. Maybe if I had to, I'd crack one open. But there ain't no tail in there. There's no tail on that. Thank you, Hayden. Next, Bob Peroni. He was lucky enough to find the 2-pack Han and Chewie and the Rebolt and the Hound, which I still can't get. It's sold out online where I am and also not available in stores. I can buy it from the US, but the people are charging like $30 to $40 for postage. Yeah. And that's just for the postage, not for the figure. Well done, Bob. He found these at Walmart. They're available on the pegs for you guys. Excellent. Catabinator, you're next, and you found, oh, you're an Aussie, so you found these at Toy World in Melbourne. There are 3 figures. We've got the Rey Jedi Training, the Luke Jedi Master, and the Rey Island Journey. Excellent stuff. Not easy to find Black Series nowadays in Australia other than the Reject Shop, and the Reject Shop usually stock them a year or a year and a half after they've been released. So that's why seeing something relatively new, I did see them in David Jones, but David Jones is there's not a lot of stores of David Jones around the country. Also, my little mate, Quan Ram, he found Wave 3 and a Big W store in Nambour, Queensland. Fantastic. The Princess Leia from this is from Wave 2. It's just a rollover, it's a repack into Wave 3. So if we never see Wave 2, at least anyone who's finding Wave 3 is going to find the Princess Leia. He was very happy. I gave him a link to buy it from Hong Kong, and he's like, oh, no, I'll just find it in store. And he did, and well done, Quan Ram. So thank you to all those guys who sent in photos. If you want to send a photo in, I'm on social media. I'll put it up there on the screen. It's a little bit early in the video to be doing the outros, but I'm Usualmike Television for Instagram, Usualmike 30 for Twitter. You can talk to me, direct message, whatever you want. Tag me in a picture that you like, whatever you like. That's the way to communicate with me. The best way I can find your stuff. The comment sections, now that I'm getting over, I've got over 1,500 followers now, I'll get a lot of comments in my videos, and YouTube is really hard to manipulate. When you get a lot of comments per one, but you've got 3 videos and people are commenting, they don't seem to put the comments up high enough sometimes for you to find. You actually got to scroll through and find the comments. Quite difficult to do. So social media sometimes, still leave the comments on the videos. I love you guys. You know, continue to do that. I like the correspondence, but hopefully they fix the system where a new comment is pushed to the top so it can be read. That would be fantastic. I can see what you guys write. I don't want to miss any comments. I try to be as social as I can with you guys. I try and interact with everybody. I think having an audience that you can engage with is much better than just, I make videos, just write in the comments. You know, people can be like that. I want to be able to hear what you have to say and engage with you and tell you things. So that's why it's very important for me to have my audience interact with me. Also, this weekend coming up is the MCM London. That is their Comic-Con. Hasbro will be there. They may reveal some more stuff. They may not. They might just show us stuff that we've seen before. Or, like Resistance, they might show us the packaging. That would be good. After that is the Paris Comic-Con as well. Same deal again. Maybe they're on the same week. I'm not sure. But they're coming up. And stay tuned to this channel, because anything from there that's brand spanking new, you'll hear it first here on a leaked video. Now it's time to show you Tyfa Forcelink. We're going to have a listen to these guys behind us. So here we are with, first one up will be Rio. Let's get this. Oh, you already started. Here we go. Let's have a listen to Rio.
Are we sure about this? You can count on me. Remember, it could always be worse. And usually is.
Very nice. The rest are usually blaster sounds. They're not too much to go about. If we don't find enough information from what they say, we'll shake them around a bit. Okay, next one up, Han Mud Trooper.
Han Solo reporting for duty. Let's give these guys some blaster fire. Weapons locked and loaded. Come on, let's get moving. Weapons locked and loaded.
Alrighty, now we'll move on to key tool site. Sounds a lot like broken glass. I believe you'll get an exciting thing out of this one.
Firmware update required. Firmware update required. Firmware update required.
Yes, that's the Royal Guard. Firmware update required. We go on to Beckett. Let's turn Beckett around just a little bit so I can see it a little bit better in shot. There we go. Oop. L3, you wait your turn. Beckett.
I have one rule. Do not improvise. You gotta learn to think 5 moves ahead. Assume everyone will betray you. You'll never be disappointed. There's a lesson to be learned here.
Excellent. Gunslinger.
You gotta learn to think 5 moves ahead.
Look at that. So far away from the camera, it still works. Okay, L337.
You're beginning to agitate my servos. Execute a little free will. Don't just blindly follow the program. Execute a little free will. Don't just blindly follow the program. Rise up, my droid brethren!
Very good. Last but not least, Val. This is a really nice figure, this figure of Val. Because humans' faces don't normally come off very nice, but look at that. That's just lovely. Very happy with this figure. God damn. Here we go. Val's turn.
Here comes a world of hurt. You're asking for it. Incoming enemy troops. Let's give him a good thumping. You're asking for it. Show me what else you got.
And here's a good look at my poster while you're there. This is our poster board that I have. With all the characters on it, as well as the ship with the word Star Wars. Excellent. Alright, time to turn the camera back around and say goodbye. Thank you for watching today. My name is Usualmike. As I said before, you can follow me on Instagram at Usualmike Television or on Twitter at Usualmike30. If you see an image on the internet you think I should be interested in, send it through those social medias and I'll get it up here on one of my videos. If you haven't done so already, hit subscribe, tap that little bell for notifications, slap a like on this video if you've enjoyed it, and I'll see all of you guys next time. All the best.